Hi guys, my name's Marty from letsbuildwp.com and I've been using WordPress for over 6 years and teaching it successfully for over 4. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create your very own portfolio website step by step using WordPress. Rather than just talking about it, I'm going to show you. So this is the exact portfolio website we're going to be building today, step by step. It can also look like this. 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 Or this. And as you can see, the only thing limiting us is our imagination. I'm going to show you how to change your site title at the top and the text underneath, which is known as your tagline. I'm going to show you how to add an image behind your text or instead of the text if you'd prefer. We're going to add our images to the home page, and we can make these either square or rectangle. Whenever we hover over them, they're going to have titles. And if we click on the titles, we're going to be shown a larger version of the image along with some text. I'm also going to show you how to add these social share buttons to the bottom of your images. So whenever your visitors come along, if they like your image, they can click one of these buttons and share it with their friends. I'm also going to show you how to add a comments box underneath so your visitors can leave a reply. I'm going to show you how to create different menus and add them to the bottom of your website, which is known as the footer area. We're going to add an about page where you can show a photograph and tell your visitors a bit more about yourself. We're also going to add a contact us page, which is going to have an image and some text along with a contact form where your visitors can fill out their name, email address, subject and message. Then when they click send underneath, it's going to be sent to you as an email. I'm also going to cover how to add clickable links, which will open up other websites in a new window. The portfolio website we're going to be building is going to be using what's known as a responsive theme, which means your website's going to be 100% mobile friendly. So if I make this screen a little bit smaller, this is what your website would look like to people viewing your website on a tablet. And if we make it even smaller again, this is what your website would look like to people viewing it on a mobile phone. As you can see, all of your images and text rearrange in a way that makes it look good. I'm going to show you how to create this portfolio website using WordPress step by step now. Okay, so I've put together a checklist of the main things we're going to do today to get our portfolio website up and running and looking as good as the one we saw at the start of this video. So the first thing we're going to do is sign up for web hosting. Web hosting is basically a computer that's left on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with our website loaded onto it, and this way people can gain access to our website even when our computer's switched off. Now web hosting is a bit more complicated than that, but that's probably the easiest way I can think of to explain it to you. Now web hosting is something you will require if you're going to run a website and will usually cost you around $10 a month. Only I am going to show you a way that will get you your first month hosting for only 1 penny. The next thing we're going to do is register a domain name for our website. A domain name is basically the title of our website with www before it and .com after it. So for example, Google's domain name is www.google.com. Once again, a domain name is something you will require if you're going to run a website and will usually cost you around $12. Only you don't pay for your domain name once a month like your hosting, you pay for your domain name once a year. So you pay for your hosting once a month and your domain name once a year. Then the next thing we're going to do is install WordPress, and lucky for us, installing WordPress is 100% free. Then we're going to change our WordPress theme, and we're going to be using a free WordPress theme called Snaps. Then we're going to change our site title and our main header image that appears up at the top. Then we're going to add different pages like our About Us page and our Contact Us page. Then we're going to create our main portfolio. This is where we're going to add our images and any text about them. Then we're going to change a few other settings and we'll be finished. So as you can see, the only two things we need to pay for are our web hosting and our domain name. And if you remember that I'm going to get you your first month hosting for only 1 penny, the total cost to get started is just over $12, which I personally think is pretty amazing, especially whenever I asked around. The lowest quote I got for a small WordPress website was $500. So to be able to get it up and running yourself for around 12 is pretty awesome. So to get started, the first two things we need to do are sign up for web hosting and register a domain name. Lucky for us, we can do both of these at the same place, which is a website called HostGator.com. So you just want to open up your internet browser and go to www.hostgator.com. Or alternatively, you can just click the link below this video. Either way, once you get here, you just want to click in the top left where it says web hosting, and then click in the middle where it says choose a plan. Now here are the 3 different plans that HostGator offer, and to be totally honest with you, the business plan probably comes with a whole load of added extras you probably won't require at this time. That really just leaves it between the hatchling plan and the baby plan. Now the only real difference between these two plans is that the hatchling plan allows you one single domain, which is one website, and the baby plan allows you unlimited domains, which is as many websites as you'd like. So if you're only going to be building one website, I'd recommend you go for the hatchling plan, and if you're going to be building more than one website, go for the baby plan. Either way, once you decide on which plan you're going to go for, you just want to click underneath to order. Now here's where we're going to register our domain name for our new website. So you just want to type whatever you're going to call your website in here. So for a portfolio, this might be your name, or it could be your company name or something like that. For me, I'm going to make mine Snaps WP Theme Tutorial.com. Once you type whatever you want as your domain name into this box, you just need to click anywhere outside of the box to search. If it comes up and says added primary, this means that the domain name's available and you can carry on. If it comes up and says that the domain name's not available, it means someone else has already registered it and you're going to need to choose something else. Using this drop down on the right hand side, you can choose if you'd like a different domain extension such as .org or .net, but for me I want the .com, so I'm just going to leave this alone. Underneath, it gives you the option to purchase other domain extensions at the same time, so if you want yourwebsite.com as well as yourwebsite.org, you can just check the box beside any of the other ones that you want to purchase. For me, I just want the .com, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Underneath that, it says choose a hosting plan, and here you just want to double check that your package type is correct. So for me, I choose the hatchling plan, so this is correct. Then underneath, for billing cycle, it automatically sets this to 36 months, which is the cheapest that you can buy, but it's pretty unlikely that you're going to want to purchase that much at one time, so you can change it using this drop down. You can pay for your hosting once a month, once every 3 months, or you can even pay for it every 2 or 3 years. You do save a bit more money the longer you buy at one time, so this may be something to think about. Because I'm just building this website for this tutorial video, I'm going to set mine to monthly. Then underneath, it asks you to set up a username and security pin for use with the site. Underneath that, it just asks for your general billing information, like your email and your name and things like that. And on the right hand side, you can choose how you'd like to pay for it. You can choose credit card or PayPal. Then underneath that, there's a bunch of additional services which you can purchase. I personally just uncheck these boxes, but you can have a read through them and see if you'd like to pay for any of them. Then underneath, it says enter a coupon code, and you might see that there's a coupon code already entered in here worth 25 or 30% off. But as I promised you at the start of this video, I'm going to show you how to get your first month hosting for only 1 penny. So instead of the coupon code that may be entered in here, you want to type in snaps 1 penny. Then if you click validate, you'll see here at the bottom we're getting our first month hosting for only 1 penny. You're also getting access to HostGator's 24/7 phone live chat and email support for free, and you have access to their money back guarantee, which lasts for 45 days. As you can see here, the total amount due, $12.96. So to be able to get your own portfolio website up and running for just under $13 is pretty awesome. Once you're happy with everything here, you just want to scroll down underneath and check this box to say that you've read and agreed to their terms of service, and then click Checkout Now. When you click Checkout Now, depending on what you've chosen as your payment method, you'll either be brought to PayPal, where you'll be asked to sign in and pay for your hosting, or else it'll show you that your payment's being processed by your credit or debit card. Once payment's been processed, it's going to bring you to a page thanking you for your order. So I'm going to pause this video now for a couple of minutes while I fill out my information above. Then I'm going to restart the video and we can carry on together from the page thanking us for our order. So if you just want to pause the video now, you can fill out your information while I'm doing the same, and we'll continue on together. Okay, so that's me now back, and when I finished paying for my hosting and domain name, I was redirected to a page thanking me for my order. Hopefully you're on the same page too if you're following along at home. And if you are, at this point you just want to open up your email inbox, where you should find 2 new emails from HostGator. Now these are 2 pretty important emails. You do want to keep them safe. The first one contains the login information to your billing portal, which is what you're actually logged into here. And the second email, which is the email we want to go into now, contains the link to our control panel, our username and our password. So what we want to do for now is click the link beside where it says your control panel, and that's going to bring us to the CPanel login screen. Then you just want to copy and paste your username and password from this email into the CPanel login screen. Once you've done that, you just want to click login. And we're going to be logged into the HostGator control panel for the first time. Now this is where we're going to install WordPress, and to do that we just need to scroll down until we see the heading software/services, and then we need to click quick install. That's going to bring us to this page, and on the left hand side under where it says popular installs, you just want to click WordPress. Then here on the right hand side, click Install WordPress. And here in the drop down list, we just want to choose the domain name that we purchased. Leave this box on the right hand side left blank. And for admin email, just enter your email address. Then for blog title, this is going to be your website name. So for me, I'm just going to type Snaps Tutorial for now. Don't worry too much, you can change this. Then for admin user, you just want to type your first name or something like admin. I do just want to point out that your admin username does show up in a few places on your website, so make sure you make it something you don't mind other people seeing. Then your first name and your last name, pretty self-explanatory. And then once you're done, just click Install WordPress. This is just an advert, so you can close this. And as you can see, it's already done. It says your install is complete. Click here to view your notifications. And if we click this down pointing arrow beside where it says view credentials, we'll see we have a link to our admin area, our username, and our password. Now it does seem to give the impression that your install is going to be ready to log into right away, but this isn't always the case. Sometimes it takes anywhere from a couple of minutes up to 24 hours for your install to be ready to log into. So I'm going to pause this video now until I can click this link and I get brought to a login screen. So if you just want to pause the video now until you can click this link and it brings you to the WordPress login screen, then just restart this video and we'll carry on together. Okay, so that's me now back. I've left it about 20 minutes and hopefully it's been long enough that when I click on this link, it brings me to the WordPress login screen. And I have. So I now just need to copy and paste the username and password from the quick install screen into the WordPress login screen. If you've lost access to the quick install screen, you will have been sent an email which has all the information in it as well. So once you've copied and pasted your username and password in, we can just click login, and this is going to be us logging into the WordPress dashboard for the first time. The dashboard is where you'll add any pages or make any changes to your new website. The first thing I like to do after installing WordPress is change my password, because it's very unlikely that I'm going to remember this one. So to change your password, from the dashboard on the left hand side, you just want to click where it says users. Then hover your mouse over your username and click edit. Now if we scroll down to the bottom, we'll see this button that says generate password, and if we click it, it generates a new password for us. But we can delete the text in this box and type in our new password in here. Then when you're happy with your new password, just click update profile, and that's going to be the new password you use to log in from now on. Now that we've updated our password, we can take a look at what our website looks like at the minute by clicking our site title in the grey bar along the top. I do just want to point out that this grey bar is not visible to your viewers, it's only visible to you when you're logged in. Now this is what WordPress will look like when you first install it. It comes with some demo content on it, so you can see what this theme would look like if you were going to use it. This is a demo post, and underneath it there's a fake comment and things like that. Now we're not going to be using this theme, we're going to be using a different theme called Snaps, which looks a whole lot better and is going to be much more suited to our portfolio website. Don't worry if your theme looks different whenever you install WordPress, they do change the demo theme every year. All the other steps in this video will be exactly the same, just this theme will occasionally change. For us to install the Snaps WordPress theme, we just need to go back to the dashboard, and we can do that by once again clicking our site title in the grey bar along the top. Then from the dashboard on the left hand side, we just want to click Appearance, and that's going to show us the different themes that we have installed on our site. The demo theme I was just looking at there is called 2015, and as we can see, it's active on the site. To add a new theme, we just need to click up at the top where it says Add New, and then in the search bar on the top right, we can just type Snaps, S-N-A-P-S. Then if we hit return on our keyboard to search, it should be this first one here. You just want to hover your mouse over the theme, and then here underneath click Install. WordPress is going to install the theme automatically. All we need to do is click Activate. Once the theme's been activated, we can just click here where it says Visit Site, and we'll see that our website's already looking a whole lot closer to the end result that we're going for. This is one of the main reasons I love WordPress so much. You can change the entire look of your website in 2 seconds by changing the theme. So now that we've successfully changed our theme, I just want to quickly open up our checklist and we can see what we've done and see what we still need to do. So we've signed up for our web hosting and registered a domain name. We've installed WordPress, and just there now we changed our WordPress theme. So now we're going to change our site title and our header image. So the site title is the text here that appears at the top, and then the header image will appear where this grey box is behind the text. To change these things, we need to head back over to our dashboard, so we just click our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click where it says Appearance, and then under that, click Customize. That's going to open up this page where we'll see a preview of our site on the right hand side, and there's a few different options on the left. You might notice that the text looks a little squashed and actually takes up 2 lines instead of 1. This is what it would look like more on a tablet, and it's really just because we've got this menu open here on the left and it wants to show us the entire site. So this is really what it would look like to someone on a tablet rather than on a desktop. Once we go back to the normal view, this main header should just take up 1 line, and then this text will be underneath it. Just in case you're wondering why it looks a little different, that's why. So to change our site title, on the left hand side we just click here where it says Site Identity. Then here, the box at the top that says Site Title, this is the larger text that appears at the top, and then where it says Tagline, this is the text that appears underneath. We can literally just delete the text from these boxes and change it to say whatever we want. So I'll make mine say Marty's Photos, and then for my tagline, I'll just type, "Here are my photos for the world to see." I know that's a bit rubbish, but it's really just for the example. If you uncheck this box, you can get rid of the header text. So if you're going to add a header image that has your site title in the image, you can remove the header text by unchecking this box. You can just bring it back again by checking the box again. Then underneath where it says Site Icon, this is what's known as a favicon, and it's literally this little icon that appears beside your website name at the top. So if you've got a few websites open in your browser, you'll see here, like there is the HostGator icon at the top, then there's the Gmail one, then for the quick install page, and then ours is left blank because we don't have one. So to add a little favicon image, we can just click here where it says Select File, then click Select Files again, and then we're going to search for the image on our computer. Now a favicon image or site icon needs to be in ICO format, so you can't just use a normal image, it needs to be ICO. I've prepared one already just to speed things up in this example, but to create your own favicon image for free, I've created a video which I'll link to in the description below. Once you find your favicon image that you've created, you just need to click on it and click Open. Then once it loads, for SEO purposes, you can add a title and alternative text. Then once you're happy, just click Select. You might need to crop your image. If you do, you can do that here, or click Skip Cropping. So as you can see, the image looks pretty blurred here in the preview, but if you look up at the top, it looks pretty good. So that's how to change our site title, our tagline, and our favicon. Now if we scroll up to the top, we can click this back arrow, and now we can change the colors of our site by clicking colors. The first box is to change the header text color, so if you click Select Color, you can now choose one of the colors here and use the slider to change the text color. So as you can see, it's blue now. We can change it to red, and if we want, we can make it a bit lighter by using the slider here on the right. I think that looks pretty good. Then for background color, I'll just make it dark gray so you can see. That is here. So as you can see, it changes color. I'm going to make mine quite light. I'm going to leave mine about there. I think that looks pretty good. Then once you're done selecting your colors, you can just click the back arrow again. And now we can change our header image, which is the image that's going to appear behind the text. So just click here where it says Header Image, and then click here where it says Add New Image. Then on the top left, click Upload Files, then select Files in the middle, and we can search for the image on our computer. Once you find it, just click on it and click Open. Once it's loaded, you can add title text and alternative text for SEO purposes. And then when you're done, click Select and Crop. The suggested image size for your header image is 1200 pixels by 500 pixels, but if you add an image that's too large, it does allow you to crop it like this. So I just want to use the top part, so I'm going to leave it here and then click crop image. Once it's done, you'll see a live preview on the top right, and if you're happy with everything, you can click save and publish at the top. Once you're happy with your header image, you can just click the back arrow again. And if you want to add a background image to your website, you can do that by clicking background image. Then once again, you just click select image, search for the image on your computer and upload it. Then that's going to show up here at the bottom. But in this example, I'm just going to leave it as it is. But if you want to add a background image, that's how you do it. For now, we can leave the menus and widgets alone, and our static front page is set up the way we need it. So once you've done everything here, you just want to make sure that you've saved by clicking save at the top. Then you can click this X in the top left corner, and that's going to bring us back to the dashboard. Now if we click our site title at the top and visit our site, we'll see that our site title has been updated, and so has our header image. And if we scroll down, we'll see that our background has changed as well. Now the next thing we're going to do is delete the sample content that was already here when we first installed WordPress. That includes this sample page and this sample post. When we delete the sample post, it'll also get rid of the comment, so we don't need to worry about that. To delete the sample content, we just need to go back to our dashboard. So once again, we just click our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, we just click where it says posts. Then here where it says hello world, this is the sample post. We just need to hover our mouse over the post title and click here where it says trash. Now on the left hand side, if we click pages, we can delete the sample page as well. We just need to do the same thing, hover our mouse over the page title and click trash. Now if we visit our site, we'll see that there's nothing on it. So now we're going to start adding our content, and the first page we're going to add is going to be our About Us page. So to add a page, we just head back over to the dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click Pages, and up at the top, click Add New. That's going to bring us here, which is the main page editor in WordPress. So to give our page a title, we just need to click here in the top box and we can type whatever we're going to call our page. So as this is our About Us page, we can type About Us or About Me or something like that. Then if you click in the box underneath, this is where we're going to type any text that we want to appear on the page. To save some time in this tutorial, I'm just going to paste some text I've already got copied, but you can just type with your keyboard. You can highlight your text and change it to be bold or italics using these buttons here. And if you click the icon on the far right, it's going to give you a few other options. If you want to add headings to your text, so say heading 1, you can just highlight the text and then change this drop down box to be one of the headings. So as you can see, it appears larger, but as this is my About page, I don't really want any headings, so I'm just going to delete it. Once you've added any text you're going to add to your About Us page, we can add an image, and to do that we just need to click where in the text we want our image to appear. So for me, I want it to appear on the top left, so I'm going to click there. Then you just want to click the Add Media button here at the top, then make sure it's on Upload Files, click Select Files in the middle, and then we're going to search for the image on our computer. So for me, I'm going to use this one. Then we're going to click Open. Once it's loaded on the right hand side, we can give it a title and alternative text again for SEO. And then in the bottom right, there are a few options such as alignment, link to, and size. So for alignment, I'm going to set it to left, which means the image is going to appear over to the left of the screen. Link to, I suggest setting to none. And then size, I'm going to see what it looks like as medium. You can choose between thumbnail, medium, and full size. So I'm going to select medium. Once you're happy with everything, just click insert into page, and you'll see here it appears as a preview. We can preview the page by clicking preview in the top right and see how the image looks. I personally think this looks pretty good, so I'm going to leave it as is. So I'm going to close the preview. Then to publish our page, we can just click publish here on the right hand side, and that's going to make the page go live. If you're not quite ready to publish your page, you can click save draft, and then you can come back later to publish your page. But as I'm happy with everything, I'm just going to click publish. Then up at the top, you'll see it says page published, and if we click view page, we'll see the page now live on our site, and it says about me in the menu now as well. So we can click home, which is going to bring us to the home page, and then we can click about me, and that's going to show us our about us page. Now that we've added our about page, the next page we're going to add is our contact us page. This is where we're going to add our contact form so our visitors can get in touch by sending us an email. To do this, once again, we just need to head back over to the dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click where it says pages, and up at the top, click add new. Same as before, we just need to give our page a title, so you can type contact us or contact me. I'm going to type get in contact for mine. Then we just want to click in the box underneath, and we can type any text that we want to appear on our contact us page. Once again, to save some time in this tutorial, I've already copied some text, so I'm just going to paste that in here. Then if you want to add an image, we can just do the same thing as before. So I want my image to appear at the top, so I'm going to click here at the start of the text, and then click up at the top where it says add media. Then you just want to click upload files at the top, select files in the middle, and then search for the image on your computer. For me, I'm going to use this one. Once you find yours, you just want to click on it and click open. Once it loads in the top right, you can give it a title and alternative text for SEO, and in the bottom right you can choose alignment, link to, and size. So for alignment, I'm going to set mine to center, link to set to none, and size I'm going to set it to large. Once you're happy with all the settings, just click insert into page and you'll see it appear in the preview. Then to preview your image, you can just click preview in the top right. I think that looks good. And if you're happy with everything, we can just close the preview. Then if you want to add some clickable links, so say you wanted to link to your Facebook page, we can just add a sentence that says something like, I can also be found on Facebook. Then if we highlight the word Facebook, we can click this icon at the top that looks like some chain links. Then here we can type in our Facebook URL. So you would want to copy and paste in your Facebook page URL. For the example, I'm just going to type in facebook.com. I suggest checking the box beside where it says open link in a new window /tab, and this means when the visitor clicks the link, Facebook will open in a new window, leaving your website open in the background. Once you're happy with everything, just click add link, and if we scroll up and click preview, now we'll see here it says I can also be found on Facebook, and Facebook is underlined. If we click there, it now opens Facebook up in a new window. So that's how you can add clickable text links. You just need to highlight the text when you're editing the page or post, and then click the chain link and add your URL. Now we are going to come back to this page soon and add a contact form underneath, but for now we can just click publish to publish our page. Now if we visit our site by clicking our site title at the top, we'll see that WordPress has automatically been creating a menu for us where it has our home page, our about us page, and our contact page. But say for example we wanted our home page to say something like our work seeing as that's where our portfolio is going to be. Or if we wanted the pages to appear in a different order, we need to create a custom menu. So to create a custom menu in WordPress, we just go back to our dashboard. So same as always, just click our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, you want to click where it says Appearance. And then underneath, click Menus. The first thing we need to do is give our menu a name. So I'm just going to call this one Main Menu. Once you give it a name, just click Create Menu on the right hand side. And here on the left, we'll see a list of our pages, our posts, our custom links, and our categories. Obviously we haven't added much, so the only things that are here are the Contact Us page and the About page. So to add these to our menu, we just need to check the box beside each of them and click Add to Menu. If for whatever reason you don't see posts or custom links appearing here, you can just click up at the top where it says Screen Options and check the box beside where it says them. So you might find that posts is unchecked, and if it is, posts won't appear here on the left hand side. So just make sure they're all checked. Once you've added your About page and your Contact page to the menu, we now need to add our Home page, and to do that we use Custom Links. So just click here where it says Custom Links to expand the box. Then in link text you can type Home or My Work or whatever you're wanting it to say. For me, I'm going to make it My Work because I think that's most suitable for a portfolio. Then here where it says URL, you want to leave the HTTP and the forward slashes. Then after the two forward slashes, you want to type your URL that you purchased, so your domain name. So for me, it's going to be snapswpthemetutorial.com. So you just want it to be after the two forward slashes, you just want to type your domain name. Then link text, make it Home or My Work or something like that, and then click Add to Menu. As you can see, everything we've added to our menu is in a list here in the middle, and the order of this list in the menu from top to bottom in the list is left to right in the menu. So we want our home page to be the first page in the menu, so we need to click and drag our home page to the top of the list. Then I want it to be my About page, so I'm going to click and drag that into the middle, and then Get in Contact at the bottom because I want it to be at the end. You just want to make sure that everything in the list is over to the left, because if you have it clicked over to the right, it says Sub-Item, and this is if you're wanting to create a drop-down list. So just make sure they're all over to the left. Once you're happy with everything in your menu, underneath you just want to check the box beside where it says Primary Menu. Then click Save Menu. Now if we visit our site by clicking our site title at the top, we'll see that our new menu is live. So now instead of Home it says My Work, then there's About Me and Get in Contact. Now that we've successfully created our menu, the next thing we're going to do is add a contact form to our Contact Us page. We're going to do that by using what are known as plugins, and plugins are basically a way that we can add extra functionality to our WordPress website that WordPress doesn't already have when you first install it. Now that we've successfully created our menu, the next thing we're going to do is add a contact form to our Contact Us page so our visitors can send us a message. To do that, we're going to use what are known as plugins, and these are basically a way to add extra functionality to our WordPress website that WordPress doesn't already come with when we first install it. To install plugins, we just need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, if we click Plugins, we'll see a list of all of the plugins that are installed on our site. When we first install WordPress, it comes with a few plugins already installed and activated, and to be totally honest with you, I recommend deactivating all of these by checking the boxes beside them, and then using this drop down we can check Deactivate and then click Apply. Then if we do the same thing again, just check the box beside each of the plugins, then choose Delete. Then if we click Apply, it's going to ask us, are we sure? Just click Yes, delete these files. Then as you can see, the selected plugins have been deleted and we no longer have any installed on our site. Now we're going to add our contact form, so just click up at the top where it says add new. Then on the top right here in the search bar, we can just type the words contact form and then the number 7. Then if you hit return on your keyboard to search, it should be this first one. If you just click install now, WordPress is going to install it automatically and you just need to click activate plugin. Now on the left hand side you'll see the word contact appear, and if you click here you'll see it says contact form 1. Now this is a demo contact form that has already been set up for us, and to be honest it works in most cases. It'll ask for the visitor's name, their email address, the subject of their message and their message. To add this form to our page, we just need to copy this line of code underneath where it says shortcode. So if you just click it with your mouse to highlight it, right click and copy. Once you've copied the code for the contact form, we just need to head back over to our contact page to add the form. So on the left hand side, just click pages, then find your contact page in the list, hover over the title and click edit. Now to add this contact form, all we need to do is click at the end of our text and hit return on our keyboard, then right click with our mouse and paste the shortcode that we just copied. Now if we preview the changes by clicking preview at the top and we scroll down, we'll see that our contact form is now on the page. It asks for our user's name, email address, subject and their message, and then at the bottom there's a button to send. To be totally honest with you, this doesn't really look like a great contact page. I'm actually going to delete some of the text and change the image here because I feel this doesn't look that great. So I'm just going to close the preview. I'm going to delete some of the text here just by highlighting it and deleting it. Then I'm going to click on the image and click this X button to remove the image. Now I'm going to add a new image by clicking at the start of the text and clicking add media. Then upload files, select files, and then I'm going to search for the image on my computer. So I'm going to use this one instead, so I'm going to click on it and click open. Then here's where I would add my title and alternative text for SEO. Alignment I'm going to leave as center, link to I'm going to set to none, and size I'm going to make it full size. Now I'm going to click insert into page, and as you can see it shows up here in the preview. Now if we preview the page and scroll down, see this text doesn't look that great, it looks a bit close to the image. So what I'm going to do is go back to the editor and just click after the image and hit return on my keyboard. Now if we preview the changes and scroll down, I think that looks a lot better than the original one. So we've got our image, our text, we also have our link to Facebook, and now we have our contact form. So I think the contact us page is looking pretty good. So if we just close the preview, now we can click update on the right hand side, and that's going to publish the page. Now we can click here to view the page, and this is the page now live on our site. So we have our About Us page with our image and our text. Then we have our contact page, which now has our image, our text, our link and our form. Now the next thing we're going to do is add our actual portfolio images and our text about them on the home page. But before we do that, we're just going to install another plugin called Regenerate Thumbnails, which will help our images look even better when we add them. So once again, we just need to go back to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click Plugins, and then up at the top, click Add New. Then we just need to type the words Regenerate Thumbnails into the search bar and hit return on our keyboard to search. It should be this first result by Viper 007 Bond, and once you find it, just click Install Now. And once it's installed, click Activate Plugin. As you can see here, it says Regenerate Thumbnails allows you to regenerate all thumbnails after changing the thumbnail sizes. So what we need to do now is change the thumbnail sizes. To do that, we just need to click on the left hand side where it says Settings, and then underneath click Media. The recommended size is 236 by 315, so we just need to change here where it says Thumbnail Size. We need to change this one to 236, and then the height is 315. Once we change the thumbnail sizes, we just need to click underneath where it says Save Changes. Now on the left hand side, we just need to click where it says Tools, and then underneath click Regenerate Thumbnails. Now we just need to click the button here that says Regenerate All Thumbnails. And now when we add our images, they're going to appear the way they should on the home page. So this is just something we need to do in order for the theme to work properly. Now that we've done that, we can actually start adding our portfolio images, and to do that we're going to be adding blog posts to our website. So on the left hand side, you just want to click where it says Posts, and then up at the top click Add New. And if I just open up this folder, I can show you here are the 12 different images that I'm going to be adding to my portfolio website. I do just want to point out here that I didn't take any of the photographs myself. They were all downloaded for free from a website called morguefile.com. As you can see here, the first image that I'm going to be adding is the image of a cat. So I'm going to want to call my first post something to do with a cat. Really, you're just wanting to describe your photograph, or if you've given your photograph or image a title, this is where you're going to type it. So for me, I'm just going to type Yawning Cat. And then we just want to click below in the main content area, and we can click Add Media. Now we can search for the image on our computer by clicking Upload Files and Select Files. Then we're going to choose our image and click Open. And when it loads, we can give it a title and alternative text for SEO purposes. Then underneath we have alignment, link to, and size. Alignment I'm going to set to none. Link to I'm going to set to none. And size I'm going to set to full size. Once you're happy with these options, you can just click Insert into Post, and we'll see it appear as a preview. Then we can just hit return on our keyboard to take a new line, and we can type any text that we want to appear beneath our image. To save some time in the tutorial, I'm just going to paste some text in here. Once you've added your image and text, you just want to click here in the bottom right corner where it says Set Featured Image. Now we're going to select the same image again that we just added to the post and click Set Featured Image. Then once we've added our featured image, we can scroll up to the top, and as long as we're happy with everything, we can click Publish on the right hand side. Once the post has been published, we can click here where it says View Post, and we'll see that the post is now live with our image and our text. If you're wondering what the featured image was, that's the image that will appear on our home page. So if you just click My Work or Home or whatever you called it, we can see here that the image now appears on the home page as well. So if you didn't add a featured image, this would just be a plain grey square instead of the image that we're wanting to show. And as you can see, when we hover our mouse over the image, the title that we give that post appears, and when we click on it, it brings us to the post. So that's how we're going to add our different images to our portfolio. We just need to repeat that process one by one until we've added all of our images. So to add our second portfolio image, we're just going to head back over to the dashboard and add another post. So just click your site title at the top, then click Posts on the left hand side, and then Add New up at the top. Now if I open up this folder again to see the images that I'm adding, I can see that I'm going to be adding an image of a blue bird next. So this post I'm going to call Blue Bird. Then to add the image to the actual post itself, I'm going to click in the main content area and click Add Media. Then Upload Files, select Files, then select the image and click Open. Once it's loaded, I can change my title text and add alternative text for SEO. Then underneath, I'm going to set alignment to none, link to none, and size full size. Once you're happy with everything, just click Insert into Post. Then we can hit Return on our keyboard to take a new line, and we can type any text that we're wanting to appear underneath the image. Once again, I'm just going to paste some text in here to save time in the tutorial. Then once we've added any text, we just need to add our featured image by clicking in the bottom right corner where it says Set Featured Image. Then we just need to select the same image again and click Set Featured Image. Once our featured image is loaded, we can scroll up to the top and publish our new post. But before we publish our post, you may have noticed that on the last image we didn't have a comments box underneath. To add the comments feature to our posts, we just need to click up at the top here where it says Screen Options, and then check the box beside where it says Discussion. Now if we scroll down to underneath the main content area, we'll see here it says Discussion, and there are two boxes, Allow Comments and Allow Trackbacks and Pingbacks. Just check both of these boxes. Then when we scroll up and publish our post, we can click here at the top to view our post, and we'll see, same as before, we have our title, our image and our text. And then if we scroll right down to the bottom, we'll now also have this box underneath that says Leave a Reply. So now when one of your visitors come along and they see your image, if they like it or want to say something about it, they can just click in this box, type their comment, and then click here where it says Post Comment. To add the comments box to our first post, we can just head back over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then click Posts on the left hand side. Hover over the name of our first post and click Edit. Then click Screen Options up at the top. Make sure the discussion box is checked. Then underneath, just check the two boxes underneath Discussion. Then scroll back up and update the post. And now when we view the post and scroll down, we'll see it has the comment box underneath. If we go back to our home page, we'll see that both of our posts are now appearing in the order that we added them. So here's the first post, then the second post, and when we add a third post, it's going to appear here, the second post will appear here, and the first one will appear here. So I'm just going to add one more image here to my portfolio on the video, and then I'll pause the video and add the rest of them. So to add our images, we just head over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then we add a new post by clicking Posts on the left hand side, and then Add New up at the top. The third image that I'm going to be adding to my site is a picture of a dog with a ball. So I'm going to call this post Dog with Ball. Obviously the titles that I'm giving my posts aren't that imaginative, but this is just really for the example. So once you give it a title, you just want to click in the main content area and click Add Media up at the top. Then we can click Upload Files, select Files, select the image and click Open. Once it loads, we just change our title and alternative text for SEO, change alignment to none, link to set to none, and size full size. Then insert the image into post. Hit return on your keyboard to take a new line and type any text. I'm just going to paste some text to save time. And once you've added your text and image, don't forget to set your featured image by clicking Set Featured Image on the bottom right. Then just select the same image again and click Set Featured Image. Then scroll down underneath and make sure that the box beside Allow Comments is checked. Now we can scroll back up to the top and publish our new image. We can view our post and see that everything's now live, including our comments box underneath. And when we visit our home page, there are now 3 posts appearing. So I'm just going to pause this video for a few minutes while I add the rest of my images, and then I'll restart the video and we can continue on together. Okay, so that's me now back, and I've finished adding my 12 different images to my portfolio, all using the same steps that I showed you before. Each of my images has the image on the home page with the title whenever we hover our mouse over it. Then when we click into it, it has the title, the image itself and our text. Then below that it has the comments box. There are also these links to our other posts underneath. So here it says City Streets, and if we click here, it brings me to my other post called City Streets. Then if we scroll down underneath the text here, we can see it says Country Shed and Yellow Taxis. So we can click these links and they bring us to our different posts. If you notice there isn't a link here, that means you've reached the end. And if there isn't a link here, it means you're at the start. You may have noticed that only 10 of my images are actually appearing on the home page, and there's a link here that says older posts that open up the other 2. To change it that our home page shows all 12 images, or however many you want to show on your home page, we just need to go over to the dashboard to change that. So just click your site title at the top. Then on the left hand side we need to click where it says Settings. Then under that just click Reading. And here where it says Blog Pages Show at Most, we can just change this to however many we want to show on our home page. So for me it's 12. Then once you've changed it, we just need to click Save Changes underneath. Now when we visit our site, we'll see that all 12 images are appearing here on the home page. Now you may have noticed that a few of my images have this thin black bar running down the right hand side of them. And if you're following along at home, you might have the same thing, and they could be on the left or right hand side, or the top or the bottom of some of your images. All we need to do to fix this is make the thumbnail image on our website a little bit bigger. So if the black bar is appearing on the left or right hand side, we just need to make our image size a little wider, and if it's on the top or bottom, we just need to make it a little taller. To do this, we just need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, just click where it says Settings, and then underneath click Media. Now here beside where it says Thumbnail Size, we can make it a few pixels wider or a few pixels taller. So I'm going to make mine 3 pixels wider and click Save Changes. After we do that, we have to remember to regenerate our thumbnails. So just click on the left hand side where it says Tools, and then underneath that click Regen Thumbnails. Now we just need to click the Regenerate All Thumbnails button and wait for the thumbnails to regenerate. Once it's finished, we can just click our site title at the top, and we'll see that the black bars have disappeared from our images. Now, if you'd rather have square images on your home page rather than rectangles, we can easily change that in the same way. We just click our site title at the top, then on the left hand side click Settings, and underneath click Media. Now if we change the width and height to both be the same size, so say for example 300 by 300, then we just need to click Save Changes, then click Tools, Regen Thumbnails, and then Regenerate All Thumbnails. Once it's done, we can visit our site. We'll see that our images are now square, and personally I think this looks a whole lot better. And the next thing we're going to do is add different categories for our images. To do that, we just need to head back over to the dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click where it says Posts, and then under that, click Categories. So categories are what we're going to use to divide our images up. So say for example you had black and white images and colored images, you could create a category for each of these. Then if one of your visitors clicks on black and white, they'll only see your black and white images, and if they click colored, they'll only see your colored images. For my example, I'm going to create 4 categories, and they're going to be cats, dogs, birds, and outside. Obviously not very creative, but once again, it is just for the example. So the first one I'm going to create is called cats, and this is where all of my images with cats are going to be. So here where it says name, I'm just going to type cats. Then for slug, you can leave this blank. This will fill in automatically. Then description, this is going to show up on the category page, which you will see in a little bit. So you do want to make sure to type something decent into this box. For this example, I'm just going to type, these are all of my pictures with cats. Then we can just click underneath where it says add category. And then you want to do the same thing for any other categories that you're going to add. So for me, it's going to be dogs is the next one. Then here, I'm just going to copy and paste the description from here and change cats to dogs. But obviously you want to type something better in here. Then add category. And as you can see, they're appearing here over on the right hand side. The next one I'm going to add is birds. Just paste this again, change it to birds, and add new category. And then the last one is outside. All of my pictures taken outside. Now once we've added all of our different categories, we need to add our images to each of the categories. To do that, you just want to click on the left where it says all posts. Now you just want to hover over each post title, and when it appears, click quick edit. That's going to open up this box here, and as you can see, by default under categories, it's set to uncategorized. So you just want to uncheck this box and then check the box beside the category that this image belongs to. So for me, this one's outside. Then you just want to click here where it says update and do the same for each of your other posts. So this one again, quick edit, uncheck uncategorized, then check the box beside which category it belongs to and update. So quick edit, uncheck uncategorized, then check the box beside the category it belongs to and update. So I'm just going to pause the video while I do it for the other 9 of these, and then I'll restart the video. Okay, so that's me now back, and I've finished adding all of my images to my different categories following the same steps I just showed you. Hopefully you're all caught up if you're following along at home, and if you are, the next thing we're going to do is create a custom menu so we can display our different categories. So to add our custom menu, on the left hand side we just need to click Appearance. Then under that click Menus. And then up at the top we need to click Create a New Menu. Now we need to give our menu a name. So for this one I'm just going to call it Category Menu. Then once you give it a title, just click Create Menu. Once you've created the menu, you just want to click in the bottom left where it says Categories. And now we can check the box beside each of our categories that we're going to add to the menu. Once you've checked all of the boxes, just click Add to Menu. If for whatever reason Categories isn't here, just remember to click up at the top where it says Screen Options and check the box beside Categories. Then if you want to change the order of your menu, you can just click and drag them into position. Then once we're happy with everything here, we don't need to check any of these boxes, we just need to click Save Menu. Then once our menu's saved, the next thing we're going to do is change what's known as our site's permalinks before we're able to add this menu to our site. To do that, you just need to click on the left hand side where it says Settings, and then under that click Permalinks. Now here under common settings, you'll probably find that it's set to day and name or default. You just want to set it to post name. So just click your mouse beside where it says post name, then scroll down and click save changes. Now here you'll see it says permalink structure updated, and now we can add our menu to our site. So we're going to be adding our menu to our website's footer area, which is this bit underneath our content, and this appears on every page. As you can see, the categories menu is actually already here, but we're going to reorder all of this content first. The only things we're going to leave are the recent posts, recent comments, and categories. We're going to get rid of archives, this search box, and meta. To do that, we're going to use what are known as widgets. So we need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click Appearance, and then under that, click Widgets. Now I'm just going to open my site up again in a new window so I can show you what I'm talking about. So here you can see the search bar, recent posts, recent comments, archives, etc. So here in the widget area, under footer 1, we can see search, recent posts, recent comments, and the rest of them. So just like menus, we can click and drag these into a different order. And if we want to change the title, we can click on them to expand the box, and then we can type a title in here. First of all, we're going to get rid of the ones that we don't want, and to do that you just need to click and expand the box and then click delete. So that got rid of the meta. Now we're going to get rid of archives, so click and expand the box, then click delete. Now we're going to get rid of the search box, so just click to expand and then delete. Now we're only left with recent posts, recent comments, and then categories. So I want the categories to appear first, then recent posts, and then recent comments. So now that everything's in order, we can just visit our site, and if we scroll down to the footer area, we'll see that we're just left with our categories, recent posts, and recent comments. Now obviously we don't have any comments yet, but once we start getting some, they'll start appearing here. As you can see, 5 of our recent posts are appearing here under recent posts, and if we wanted to change that, we can just go back to our widget area by clicking Appearance and then Widgets. Then we can just click to expand the recent posts box, and we can change this number to whatever we want. So say we wanted 7 posts to appear here, we can do that. And if we want to display the post date, we can check this box here as well. I'm going to uncheck the box as I don't want the date to appear. Now recent posts doesn't seem quite fitting either, so I'm going to change this to be my recent images. You could make this my recent photos or just my photos or something like that. Once you're happy, just remember to click save underneath. Now when we visit our site and scroll down, we'll see there are now 7 recent posts, and instead of recent posts it now says recent images. So that's how we change the footer area on our website and how we add our categories menu as well. So our website's looking pretty awesome now. The only thing really left to do is add some social share buttons to the bottom of our posts. This way, whenever someone has a look at our images and they read our text underneath, if they want to share the image with their friends, they can click one of the social share buttons underneath. To do that, we're going to install a plugin, so we just need to head back over to our dashboard. Then on the left hand side, click Plugins, and up at the top, click Add New. Now the plugin we're going to be installing is called Simple Share Buttons Adder, so we just need to type that into the search bar in the top right. So that's Simple Share Buttons Adder, A-D-D-E-R. Then just hit return on your keyboard to search. It should be this first one, and once you find it, just click Install Now. And once it's installed, click Activate Plugin. Now once the plugin's been activated, we just need to change some of the settings, and to do that, we just click on the left where it says Settings, and then under that click Share Buttons. Then here, under where it says Locations, this is where we're going to choose where the social buttons appear on our website. So because we only want the social share buttons to appear underneath our images, we're going to click here where it says Posts and change this from off to on. Then underneath where it says Placement, you can choose if you want the buttons to appear before your post, after your post, or both. Personally, I think it's best to leave it set as after. Then underneath where it says Share Text, this is what's going to appear beside or above your social share buttons. So you could type something like, if you like this photo, please consider sharing it with your friends. Then once you've typed any text in, underneath where it says Networks, these are the social share buttons you actually want to show. So by default, it's set to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, and Tumblr. So say for example you wanted to also add in Pinterest, you just need to click and drag it from the top line into the bottom line. We can also add email and anything else that we want to add. If you want to change the order, you can just click and drag them into a different order. And once you're happy with everything here, just click the save icon in the top right. Once it's been saved, we can just scroll up to the top and click here where it says Styling. Then under Images, you can choose if you want to use a different image set, but personally I think Simacro looks best with this theme, and that's the one that's set up by default. You can also change button size, alignment, and padding if you want to. Then underneath where it says Share Text, you can change the font color, the font family, and here under Font Family there's also an option to inherit the same font that you're already using on your website. Then we can change the font size, font weight, and text placement. The only thing I really recommend changing here is text placement, and you want to change it from left to above. Then once you've changed that, we can just click the save icon again on the top right to save our changes, and then when we visit our website and click on one of our images and scroll to the bottom, we can see that our social share buttons are now live and active on the site. So here we have email, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, Tumblr, and LinkedIn. When one of your visitors come along and click on one of these social icons, it's going to recommend that they share it with their friends on that social network. This is a great way to get more people to see your photos and images and different things that you're sharing on your website. Now that we've added our social share buttons to our website, the next thing we're going to do is install a plugin called WP Smoosh. What the WP Smoosh plugin does is compresses the file size of the images on our site without affecting the actual image quality. Doing this will greatly help our site speed and make sure that our images load quick whenever people click on them. So to install this plugin, we just need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click Plugins, and up at the top, click Add New. Now in the search bar in the top right, just type WP, then a new word, Smoosh, S-M-U-S-H. Then just hit return on your keyboard to search, and it should be this first one here. Just click Install Now, and once it's installed, click Activate Plugin. Now here on the left hand side, just click where it says Media, and then underneath click WP Smoosh. Now if we scroll down to the bottom, we can see here that 0 out of 18 total attachments have been smooshed. By smooshed, they mean they're going to take your image and they're going to compress it to the lowest file size possible without affecting the image quality. This means that your website's going to load a lot quicker for your visitors. So all you need to do is click Bulk Smoosh now, and it's going to go through and compress all of the images on your site. Once it's finished, you'll see underneath it says All Done, and if we visit our site, we won't see any physical changes, but our website will be loading a lot quicker than it was before. Now the last thing I'm going to show you is what to do if your WordPress website doesn't update right away, and what I mean by that is if you make some changes to your website, then you visit your site to preview your changes and they haven't shown up, 9 times out of 10 all you really need to do is delete your website's cache. That's cache spelled C-A-C-H-E. To do that, we just need to install another plugin, so just click your website title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click Plugins, and up at the top, click Add New. Now in the top right in the search bar, we just want to type W3 Total Cache. That's C-A-C-H-E. Then just hit return on your keyboard to search, and it should be the first one. Just click Install Now. Once it's installed, just click Activate Plugin. And now you can see in the grey bar along the top it says Performance. And if we hover our mouse over the word Performance, we can click here where it says Empty All Caches. So if you ever make any changes and they don't show up right away, just hover your mouse over Performance and click Empty All Caches and then check again. 9 times out of 10 this will fix the problem. Now that we've done that, I just really want to open up our checklist, and we can see we've now changed our site title and our header image, we've added our different pages, we've created our portfolio, and we've changed a few other settings as well. If we just scroll down, we'll see that the only thing left to do is congratulate yourself because you just finished creating your very own portfolio website using WordPress. We've added our site title, tagline and header image. We've changed our background and site colors. We've added all of our images to our main portfolio on our home page. We've added an About Me page with an image and text. We've added a Get in Contact or Contact Us page with an image, text and a contact form. We've also added a link to our Facebook page. We have our main images on the home page, and then when we click on them we have our text written about them. We also have our social share buttons at the bottom and a place for our visitors to leave a reply. Underneath we have our different categories, our recent images, and soon we'll have a whole bunch of recent comments appearing here as well. If we click on our different categories, we'll see that just the images that belong in that category show up, along with the description up at the top. So I really hope you like your new portfolio website, and I'm sure your friends, family and visitors are going to love it. Once again, my name is Marty from letsbuildwp.com, and thank you very much for watching my video. Please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this one, and if you want to learn more about WordPress, head over to letsbuildwp.com.